Guys, I forgot to tell you. If it's happening in your area, I'd like to know. If it's happening in your area, I'd like to know. I think that's what I said, but it may not have come out that way. Anyway, the town that I live in, which is a small shoreline community here in Connecticut, is having a Have Coffee with a Cop Day. And apparently this is supposedly going on throughout the country, where there's like 100 and some odd other police departments doing this, to where, they're just, kind of going to meet you off duty, and we're going to have a day where we're all going to meet at a local diner and just talk. If you want to talk about law enforcement, you can. You want to talk about sports, the weather, they're not going to get too involved with their personal lives, I'm sure, and I wouldn't expect them to. But, they're there because they want to start being more involved and more one with the community, which I think is a great idea. So if any of you guys hear of anything like this going around in your part of the country, I'd like to know. Because they say apparently it's going on, like I said earlier, like 167 or so other areas. So I'm sure not just Connecticut, and I'm sure it's not just the community that I live in, but it's a cute little community. The law enforcement here is great. Never had any problems with them. I know quite a few of them. Some of them more so than others. Some, have actually been to my house. They borrow my John Deere. They help me wrap my boat. They work on my boat with me, which is no easy task when you're covering the boat for the winter. I mean, it was 45 feet, so, it wasn't anything simple. It took a little time to do. And they come over and do it. And, we see them for coffee. When a friend of mine and myself go out for coffee once a week, they're always there. So they're going to have this get acquainted, have a cup of coffee day, where they're going to be in uniform, some out of uniform, some on duty, some off duty, but they're just going to be there to have coffee and bullshit with you like the rest of us people, and show that they are just like the rest of us, and believe it or not, the town I live in, that's just the way they are. They don't hold themselves any higher than anybody else. It's just a job, and they want you to respect it as a job. And if you're doing something that's wrong, expect to hear from them. And that's all there is to it. And then some of them, I mean, if you do something wrong, sometimes they'll just say, come on now, you did that wrong, so let's not let it happen again, and it was that type of thing. Almost like back in the day when I was a kid, and if you screw up, the cop would grab you by the back of the shirt and kick you in the ass and take you home, and then tell your parents, and then your dad takes you by the back of the shirt and continues to kick you in the ass. Not like today, where if a cop grabs you by the back of the shirt and kicks you in the ass, the parents are looking to sue the police department, and then when the cop takes them home and saves their life, right, the parents wants to kick the cop in the ass instead of the kid, so times have changed. And I think the police department here in the community I live in, naturally they understand that. But I think they want to kind of get more in tune with the people of the community and kind of get it to where, you know who we are, trust us, and pay attention to the law, that type of thing. So if they're going to have it sometimes the middle of October, the way I understand it. They haven't set the exact date yet. They do have a diner, which is in the community, that they're zeroing in on. So apparently they have the place. So now it's just getting together with a time and see what goes on from there. And if it happens, which I'm sure it will, naturally I'm going to go. And if they'll let me, I'll videotape as much as I possibly can. I don't want to naturally put a camera in their face without asking them first. As an overall, I am sure I'm going to take some videos. But as far as just sitting there and zooming in on somebody and talking with them, the conversation itself may or may not be videoed. So, but we'll take it from there. But if anybody's having this happen in their area, I'd like to know, or find out more about what's going on. And if they want to continue doing this, I think I'll even jump in and help them with it, seeing that I do know a few of them. And I also know the manager of a very large marina in the area. And I could probably work something out where we can have it there someday in one of their storage facilities. And I'm sure I can get a coffee company to bring over some cases of coffee and a few dozen coffee pots, and I'm sure I can hustle up some pastries and things, and whatever I can't get donated, I guess I'll just have to kick in. But in the long run, it'll be worth it. And I'm sure I can even get the local Coast Guard auxiliarist to even donate some time and cash if need be. So, alright guys, so if anything like that's happening in your town, where it's have coffee with a cop day, let me know. I think it's a good idea, guys. Catch you later.